Hello and welcome to my video. So today I will be drawing my character, Israfelia, in two different styles. So first I'm actually drawing Israfelia in the normal style. So I actually have kind of like multiple styles I like to draw in, but I'm just drawing her in my anime style. So I'll just put up an example of Israfelia drawn traditionally in watercolors, so you can kind of compare it to that as well. And actually the image I just showed you was from my new manga. The design that I decided to draw is Israfelia when she was a bit younger, which is from my old manga, and here's an image of that as well. And I'll put a link in the description for both of those if you're interested. So one thing that I actually found challenging with this exercise is trying to make sure that my character looks like that character in the different styles. So especially for hairstyles, it was a bit difficult to find examples that matched my character that well. So I kind of just tried to guess how Israfelia's hair could be drawn in that style. Now I'm beginning on the Death Note style. I think that's the style I found the most challenging to draw in this challenge. I'm not sure why, but I struggled a little bit with getting it to look right, especially with the line art, because normally when I do digital, which I haven't been doing that much until recently, I use kind of a watercolor brush and go slowly to make sure that I can get all the strokes right. But looking at the Death Note screenshots, so if you don't know what the style looks like, here are some examples. You can see that the line art is quite uniform in thickness, no texture to it or anything like that. So I tried doing that sort of line art, but for some reason it was turning out kind of messy looking. I guess since you have to kind of do the lines in one go for them to look good. Otherwise you can see where you begin and end, but that's not the way I'm used to doing it when I'm doing digital art. So yeah, you can see that I struggled a bit to get all the proportions right. And I think that I still drew the eyes a bit too big. I didn't want to make them too small because Israfelia is only 14, and usually, you see children have slightly bigger eyes, especially like in anime and stuff. But still, I think maybe I could have made them a bit smaller. But I think that the main elements of kind of the Death Note style is still there, with like the slightly more detailed hair and kind of cell shading style that you'd get in anime. And the reason I chose Death Note is because I think it's pretty different to my usual style, but it's still, although it's still like an anime style, so it's not as far as I guess I could have chosen. Maybe I could have chosen like Disney style or something like that. But yeah, I just liked the anime when I watched it years ago, and I remember liking the style, so I decided to try doing it. I don't know, maybe I'll try drawing Israfelia again on this Death Note style, because I think I still need a little bit more practice trying to get the style right and everything. Because I found like that I was struggling a little bit not to inject my own style into these drawings. And I think that there's still a lot of influence of my own style. It was a bit difficult to get them to look exactly like the reference image, except, with my character and everything. But I think that's what was fun about it, trying to challenge yourself to draw in a style that you don't usually draw in. Like, I do experiment with style quite a lot normally, but usually it's just styles that I kind of come up with as I go. Usually it's just different coloring styles. But I think the hardest part was getting the proportions right, because I think the proportions make a big difference between styles. At the end, you can see me doing some shading, because I've noticed in my reference image that it wasn't actually very uniform. There was like some subtle gradient in the coloring. So I did add that at the end, but you'll see when I'm drawing the next image, I haven't actually done the shading yet. So that is why, if you're wondering, I just did it at the end. So the last style that I'm doing is a Sailor Moon style. And at this point, I decided that I don't want to make it look exactly like the anime style line art, where it's really uniform. because I don't know. By this point, I was wanting to try something else, since I felt like it took quite a lot of effort to do the really smooth line I did before. So I chose a pen with some line weight instead, and I just tried to take some of the main elements from the Sailor Moon style. So kind of the cute proportions that they have and the soft, nice looking colors. I think that one was my favorite drawing. It was quite fun to draw, and I think it turned out really cute. And you'll see that I also didn't get the proportions quite right at first. I had to move the eyes a little bit down because, I don't usually draw the eyes so low on the face. So it was quite unusual for me. It just felt wrong, so I just kept drawing them a bit too high up. And I think I might have lowered them multiple times actually. Can't remember, but you'll see on the video. The way I did the hair on this one is actually, instead of just choosing pure black, I chose a slightly purple color just to get that kind of soft look to it. And one thing I found interesting about this style is that they have highlights in place of their pupils. So usually in most anime styles that I've seen, they'll have like a little highlight on the corner of the eye, but here you can see it's right in the middle. I found that a bit interesting. That's not a style choice I would usually make, but yeah, it was it was fun to try. If you're interested in looking at my comic, I'll link it down below. It's just a fantasy comic about Israfelia. So in the first one, Israfelia is searching information about her past. In the second, it's more about friendship, and she's in university now. So if you're interested in that, you can check it out. Anyway, so these are the finished drawings for each of the styles. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all later. Bye!